Guys, the impossible finally happened. Since we last recorded, Damian Lillard has finally requested a trade. We've been talking about this for a year, maybe even longer, theoretically. He swore he'd never do it, but Damian Lillard is leaving the Trailblazers. How do y'all feel?
It's about Dame time.
That was lame.
I didn't get that one off. I'm actually ashamed of myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this doesn't feel real. This doesn't feel real whatsoever.
Yeah, it definitely felt like something that we talked about so much. It was shot down so many times. We came up here on the pod multiple times and said we're not talking about this until he does it. So now that he actually did do it, it just felt like it was an impossibility. So it hasn't even really hit me that he's going to be on a new team.
I mean, is he going to be on a new team at the start of the season?
I would think so.
Do you think so? I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of talk from people saying that the Blazers, they really don't have any incentive to trade him to Miami. You know, the Heat's package hasn't been too interesting, this and that. And so if you want to wait for a better deal, then maybe you can go get that. I don't know.
That would be so embarrassing if they did not do that. I definitely think that this entire thing is going to be dragged the fuck out because why would they need to rush into anything? It just common sense, for a GM.
Yeah.
And I think if they definitely don't listen to Dame and his request, if you don't listen to the greatest player of your organization's history and do him kind of dirty, everybody else is going to look at your organization really questionably, and I just think it's bad business.
Yeah, I see people talk about that a lot. I think it goes both ways, where on one hand, yes, you want to do that, but I think it's more just from a fandom thing where you want people to have that good relationship to Dame and stuff, and you don't want it to be known as a fan base that did him dirty. But in terms of free agents, they're not going to the Trailblazers either way. I think I saw somebody make the comparison. I forgot who it was, but it was when X player got traded last time, they sent him to his preferred destination. Did free agents flock to that team? No. They're still Portland, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I see why their position is we're taking the best deal possible. Honestly, I think it's posturing both ways. I think it's Dame posturing now, only play for the Heat. But for a guy who's so morally stand down as he is, he's not going to sit out for what team he gets traded for. And for the Trailblazers, they're going to trade him to the Heat. They just got to act like that so they can get the best haul possible.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's going to have to come from a 3-team deal. That's what it's going to be. They're not taking Tyler Hero straight up. As with him being the best player in the package, then you only have a couple straight up picks that, for Portland's sake, they better be unprotected. They better be unprotected. If you are talking about Miami Heat first round draft picks, they are 100% going to be a very solid team as long as they have Dame. Make sure that in the event that everything flames out, that they don't have any protections and you fully have control of everything, or else you're just putting yourself in a bad situation again.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about it, but I don't think we haven't straight up said, for the people who don't know, Damian Lillard has said that he only wants to play for the Miami Heat. Yeah. He's said that among other teams, but he's made it pretty clear he wants to be a member of the Heat. So if we operate on the assumption that's going to get done one way or another, how is that going to make you view the Heat next year?
Championship or bust, and probably title favorites.
Got to be, right?
Yeah, it's either going to be them or Boston, in my opinion.
Oh, Boston! Wow, that's interesting. Yeah,
you're putting those two teams above Denver?
Potentially, yeah. I think the odds might look at them that way.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
What about you, Mo?
Yeah, no, I don't put them above Denver because I think they're just too much of a well-oiled machine. But I will say this definitely puts them they're easily one of the 3 best teams. It should be one of the 3 best teams in the NBA. Don't matter. I'm not going to sit here and fight to death which way you want to put it or which order you want to put them in. But this easily makes them one of the 3 best teams or one of the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. They have little to no gaps. Bam Adebayo finally does not have to be the second option. That's not what he is. Sometimes it can do that, but that's if he's your second option, you're not a very stout playoff team. So
yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, they were in the finals, but I see what you mean. Yeah. It's not a recipe for consistent high level offense to have him be your secondary creator. So getting another guy in there next to Jimmy kind of fixes that. I think if this happens, they're going to be fucking incredible. I can't think of a better fitting high level and high floor trio than Dame, Jimmy, Bam. Like you have the on ball perimeter creator, the secondary creator who's just incredible inside out, then one of the best defensive bigs in the world. That's a dream come true for any fan, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And like if you operate on the assumption that Miami is just going to continue doing what they do, which is just finding guys at 24-hour fitness, LA Fitness, and getting them to play at, an all-star level, they're going to be just fine. Like they operate so well around the margins. And so they're going to be able to pick up anybody and get 20 to 25 minutes out of them and get them in the rotation. So yeah, if that's your big three, and especially if it's Dame and Jimmy, I trust both of them in big moments to take and make big shots. Like the Heat have gone to the finals twice in the last 4 years and haven't really, like you guys said, Bam has been the secondary creator for them, and that's not exactly what you want. If you have Dame, who's coming off his best offensive season ever, like you are set to go to another level that they probably haven't been to since LeBron and D Wade. So yeah. I love it.
Yeah, I hope it happens. I'll start with you, Mo. We're talking about like if and when the Heat get them, but they might not. Like maybe the Blazers are really bad at it and they're really going to take the best deal possible, and it's going to be a Kawhi to the Raptors situation. If that is to be the case, what team do you want to see get into the sweepstakes?
First off, quick again, I have to repeat that this would be organizational suicide. Like no one's ever trusting you. No one ever wanted to go to you in the first place. But anyways, if there was a team that I wanted Damian Lillard to go to, I don't want to say, like, there's a lot of teams. Obviously, almost every team in the NBA would pick him up easily, but a team that I thought about and that I heard from, I was watching the Low Post podcast, I think his co-host or him, one of them mentioned the Toronto Raptors, and that's super interesting. I don't think they'll win anything for real, but it's an interesting team, and it's an interesting fit, and in terms of just, like, big long wings next to someone like Damian Lillard, explosive point guard who can shoot from anywhere. I'd love seeing that type of basketball being played for 82 games. So yeah, there's them. Mainly, it's just them in my mind. I can see.
What would that deal look like? Who would they have to give up to get him?
It will have to be Scotty Barnes. It starts with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you keep OG. Well, maybe you keep Pascal. Fred's gone, so he replaces him. Can you keep OG, or would it be Scotty, OG plus picks?
No, there's no way you can give up both. If you absolutely not.
Okay, I mean it's Dame, so like there is a way, but it's how much leverage they have. I guess that if the Blazers had like maximum leverage, they could. Dame's worth both. I think. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that is a little bit overpay. I can't tell.
Dame just got into his 30s. He's going to be making $60 million in 4 years.
He's kind of old. He's like 32.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm not trading Scotty Barnes and OG Anunoby plus picks on top of that. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Another team that I really wanted to see it happen. The second that this rumor got posted, I said either Miami Heat.
You're gonna say who I'm thinking of. I know who you're gonna say.
The New Orleans Pelicans. They have a boatload of picks, and this is the time to use it. Like, there's no time to waste for real. Of course, why would you trade all these picks and maybe Brandon Ingram if he's being recruited for this deal, bro? Like, this is a once in a lifetime type of opportunity. And if you have so much assets, this is the time to use it. And I think you have to roll the dice.
I agree 100%. That's the team I was thinking about. The only problem is, are you gonna pair Dame back up with CJ McCollum? That's.
Oh my gosh!
Are we doing this again?
That's so
nasty
awkward.
Work.
That's so awkward.
If they can keep Ingram somehow and send McCollum out and get assets for him and route those assets over to the Trailblazers. Maybe I imagine the Blazers, if they're gonna entertain the Pelicans, would demand either Ingram or Zion. But if there's a way to flip McCollum for young assets and make it work, Dame, Ingram, Zion is fucking sensational.
That right. I love that fit. I don't want to say I love that fit more than what the Miami Heat have to offer, but this is straight up pure basketball, bro. I love that.
How do you defend a Dame Zion pick and roll? Pray?
Yeah, your best hope to do that is have a bunch of OnlyFans models on the sidelines and stands to confuse Zion Williamson.
There you go.
But other than that, you might be done.
Yeah, you either need a Mariah Mills or Heavenly Intervention. One of the two.
Yeah, man.
Nah, it's about to get nasty on this pod. We got to change topics. That's crazy. Somebody's about to get in their bag.
Look at the picture Nikhil just pulled up.
Disgusting.
Every
That's
picture
disgusting.
of Zion Williamson smiling, I will never look at him ever the same, bro. Freakazoid. That's all I think about. It's just so menacing.
How do y'all feel about the Celtics potentially getting involved? You know, a lot of people like to, a lot of people like to throw out a potential Jaylen Brown for Damian Lillard.
great transition.
Do you like a potential Jaylen for Dame swap for either team?
Love it.
Love it for who?
Both. Well, I love it more for the Celtics more than the Blazers because they kind of have a backlog, obviously, when it comes to guards and stuff like that. But I think it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be as ecstatic, but I think you'll be okay with it as a Portland Trail Blazers fan if you had JB. But on to the more exciting conversation: Dame, Tatum, and Porzingis is
pretty nasty.
Beautiful basketball.
That's nice. That's nice.
You got Rob, and you got Derek White still. Malcolm Brogdon, if he's healthy ever, like that's a team.
Nah, that's a nice setup. I don't know if I love it for Portland.
Yeah, you want to pay Jaylen Brown $300 million and you're starting a rebuild?
Yeah. That's the timeline just doesn't work for them, especially. But I mean, listen, if they do that move and they potentially like move out Simons and then they go full Sharp, Scoot, and Jaylen Brown, I'd be interested in that. I think that Portland has a very big backlog at guard as well, and they need to make some decisions. And so if you go and you bring Jaylen in, who could play 2, play 3, whatever, right? You're gonna have to also make some room for him to just so that you have like the even spacing of rebuild and then Jaylen who's winning now.
Yeah, bro.
Win now.
Scoot, Sharp, Jaylen, Jeremy Grant, Nurkic.
That's
Low-key,
a nice
not
team.
a bad team. Low-key, not bad.
Listen, that's a nice 39 wins right there. That's what that is.
They're going to get it anyways.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not a good team, but as far as starting a rebuild around your backcourt, it's... So a lot of times people, their way they're viewing rebuilds is like be ass for 3 or 4 years, get like a few top really high picks. If they're just like, listen, we got 2 top picks that we think are going to be guys, and we want them to be competent at an early age and learn how to win like the Celtics did with Jaylen and Tatum, they could do that with Jaylen and Grant being the guys to help keep them good.
And
I don't hate that.
And I love that. I love that because Jaylen's not a type of player to steal a lot of opportunities from someone like Scoot Henderson. He's like the main focus of their entire rebuild. Shaedon Sharp, like obviously if he pans out, it would be great. But if not, like it's not the end of the world. So
well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Right? We don't think of Jaylen Brown in that way because he's been playing next to Tatum this whole time. You give Jaylen Brown $50 million a year and give him his own team. He's taking 25 shots a night. that's what he's doing.
And listen, Jeremy Grant is back to being the guy now. If Lillard's gone, he's going to want his shots too.
That's so gross. That's so gross. Jeremy Grant plays the most mechanical brand of basketball ever. The bag is so boxy. Yeah, it's disgusting.
All right, man. Yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about with Dame in the coming weeks. The point of this episode, as everyone sees on the title, was to talk about the best and worst deals. So let's move on from Dame for now. And before we get to those deals, let's talk about James Harden. I don't think we mentioned James Harden's trade request last episode.
Let's do it. What do you think? What do you think about it?
So Jalen, for those who don't know, James Harden opted into his contract with the Philadelphia 76ers with the intent of him being traded. So as we thought it was going to be his last game played with the 76ers, that was the plan for both sides. But it's been a week, and James Harden is still a 76er. And now people are starting to wonder, is he going to get traded? If so, to who? Because the leading candidate to trade for him was the Clippers, and apparently they're playing hardball and not trying to give up Terrence Mann or a lot of draft picks. So the market for James Harden is a little weird right now. What do you think is going to happen?
He going to stay in Philly. He's going to stay in Philly. Nobody wants him.
So?
No, nobody wants him. That's when Clippers you said No. You said that like the market is it's a little complicated. No, it's non-existent. Like it's not like like I don't think anybody is knocking down doors to go get James Harden, especially coming off the Game 7 that he had, knowing the tendencies that he has in, on the floor, off the floor, the way he takes care of his bodies, and just like the whole locker room presence of that. I don't think you want to give up a whole bunch of assets to bring that in, because like if you feel that you're a step away, James Harden is not the guy to get you over the hump. He should have been that for Philly, and in back-to-back years he's not been able to show up at the end of the season. So I don't know. I think he probably ends up playing for the Sixers at the start of the year.
Bro. I saw a tweet. I don't know who it was from, but I know it was from a trusted source. Dropping dimes. But I saw something about the Clippers not wanting to part ways with Terrence Ross, and then some other trade. I think it may have been related possibly to the Damian Lillard. Yeah, Terrence Mann. There you go. And then also, I heard that the 76ers were not willing to part ways with Tyrese Maxey either. So they're just like, the value is just completely discombobulated from every single angle imaginable when it comes to talking about Harden and what is a good fit for him, and also like what makes sense for the Philadelphia 76ers roster, and also the potential Clippers roster and all that. Like it's just too volatile. There's no consistency, like Donovan said. Or you didn't say that, but I'm saying that. And there's no market. Like what you said. There's literally no market.
Yeah. But I don't think there's no market because nobody wants him. I think the market's weird now because he made it clear he wants to be a Clipper or Sun, and the Suns can't do it. So it's kind of like, oh, I'll send him to the Clippers then. That's where he wants to be. Because he's an expiring contract, so nobody wants to trade for him with assets if he doesn't want to be there because he'll just walk. But you see Nikhil put up this tweet. The Clippers have been reluctant to include Terrence Mann in draft capital in any trade package. They only want to offer players on expiring contracts, including Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, and Nicholas Batum. And from their perspective, I get it. If we're the only team that's willing to trade for him because everybody else knows he only wants to be for us, why would we start off offering our gold chip player? But why the fuck would the 76ers want expiring contracts when they have Joel Embiid to keep happy?
Exactly. That's the point that I'm making, is that because everybody knows that he only wants to go to two places and one of them can't get it done, no, I'm not going to trade for you. The market's just not there. And so now it's just, are the Sixers going to come off of Tyrese Maxey? And if you're going to come off of Maxey, you might as well do it for Dame. Like
that's a conversation that Maxey is involved in for sure.
Yeah. And so like that's the move that you end up doing. And then if it's like, okay, well, we have Dame, I guess we can sell low on James Harden and go get these expiring contracts, then that would be the move. But it's not an ideal situation for anybody. And so, yeah, I don't think, that's why I don't think that James Harden is going anywhere. It's just, the market's just not there.
But how do they bring him back? Like, unless James Harden himself reconciles and says, I'll come back and do this one last run and like buys in, then how do you possibly bring him back and like go into the season again with a star next to Joel Embiid that doesn't want to be there, potentially will sit out? It's just like the Ben Simmons situation again. And for the team
that would be so nasty.
Keep it'd be horrible. And they got to keep Joel Embiid happy or he's out of there. Like, I think they're fucked. I think they have to trade him.
Listen, for entertainment purposes only, I want to see James Harden start the season on the Sixers, just because I want to see how many games it takes for the fat suit to come out. Exactly. I want to know 5 games, 10 games into the season, when is he going to start looking overweight? And then when is he going to, oh my God, my hamstring, I can't do it. Let me know. That's the only reason why I wanted to start the season with Philly.
Basketball is all about manipulation. That is what I'm learning. Who can manipulate and swindle the fuck out of you? These GMs, 100%. These players. It's a nasty game out here. And Harden's been playing the best of the game, one of the best. This tweet Nikhil pulled up is hilarious.
Harden looking at the fat suit. I know what I do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Oh my God, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's not going well. I think they have to trade him to the Clippers, but it's going to take a while because they're going to keep playing hardball on both sides. I think we land on they keep Terrence Mann out, and it's like Norm Powell plus draft picks plus expirings. I think that's going to be the compromise. Is that the Sixers are have to convince themselves that Norm Powell is going to Norm Powell plus unleashing Tyrese Maxey as a point guard. That's going to be the thing to hold them over. I think this probably ends with Joel Embiid out of there, but we'll see.
He's gone.
Yeah, that's tough. It's hard to see a good scenario where this works out for them. Like, they're in a horrible situation.
It's like the 76ers through this entire process have been screwed with pure bad luck in the most pivotal moments.
Is it bad luck or is it bad decision making? Because
a little bit of both, for sure.
Could have had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, definitely that. Every team.
This is happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
This is only happening because they chose to keep Ben Simmons because he had his issues, and they chose to keep Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. It was effectively Jimmy Butler thinks it's because of him versus Tobias Harris, but really it was him versus Ben Simmons.
Nah, it was
decisions
Jimmy
to not prioritize
Tobias.
Jimmy Butler is the root of all these issues.
It is, but like even at the time though, to pick Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler that's not like the craziest thing to see. Okay, well this guy's 23, 24 years old. He's locking up Luka on national TV. He's all NBA. Like they legitimately saw that and like, oh, we're gonna be good for a decade. Like we're gonna be just fine.
Yeah. Well, the problem is they thought of it that way. They could have just kept both. I mean, like, it comes down to the fact that they thought it was him or Ben Simmons with Jimmy Butler. It didn't have to be. You can keep both. You can figure it out. But they were like, we want to build around Ben, and Tobias fits better with Ben than Jimmy does, which was just a nonsensical decision. You don't deprioritize Jimmy Butler. It's Jimmy Butler.
So is there a way to get out of this situation? What would you do if you guys were Daryl Morey?
I would go to James Harden's house, bring a lot of honey buns, bring a little baby, try to do whatever I can to make him like me again. And I would say, I'm sorry I didn't want to pay you. Please take this max contract extension.
You're rude.
They need to give him... The reason James Harden wants to leave is because they didn't pay him enough. They didn't want to commit to him long term. They need to give James Harden that money and give him an extension, which I don't even know if they can anymore because he opted in. They might not be allowed to. So if that's not the case and they can't, they're fucked. But they have to pay James Harden because they're not going to do better.
Yeah, if I'm Daryl Morey, I'm going home. I'm finding an island to fly to. Like I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this again because but if you're Daryl Morey, this is the second time that James Harden situation is really messing up your career. And I would hope that Daryl Morey after this learns his lesson. Like he might have one more team and James Harden will be retired for 10 years. And he's still going to call up James and be like, yo, can you give me 15 minutes? We need a point guard. Can you do that for me?
James literally gave back millions of dollars though last season. Does that not mean none? What about the I scratch your back, you scratch my back? That didn't happen.
No, for sure. No, it's very valid why James Harden's upset. Whenever he wanted to get requested a trade out of the Nets, he didn't sign an extension there. He could have got a fat deal to stay with them and then get traded. He passed up that money and stayed on his expiring deal and got traded to the Sixers. Last year, he gave up $15 million to bring in Daniel House and PJ Tucker.
Damn.
And now Daryl Morey doesn't want to pay it forward. They don't want to commit to him for 4+ years. It's understandable why he's upset. He's lost a lot of money.
Yeah. And guess what? It's understandable why Philly's upset because they're like, we brought you in here so that we could win a championship. And then you, in a second, we haven't gotten past the second round because you, sir, can't do your job in playoff series time after time. So, James, if you want your money, hoop in a game 7. Like, show up, please, in a game 7. And
earn it.
Take shots and make shots. Like, you just can't be out there looking scared. It makes sense. It makes sense why they don't want to give him the bag because his play hasn't earned it.
Yeah, both sides have very valid reasons to why this partnership's coming to a close, but I think the Sixers have more reason to give in because if they lose him and it makes Joel Embiid unhappy, they have everything to lose.
Exactly.
So, Harden might have to get what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. But even just like thinking long term, it's like, okay, what if I do re-sign James Harden and give him whatever deal to try to keep Joel Embiid happy? What happens when they continuously flop like I'd assume that they will? Then you have like 2 old ass stars who are injury prone and you can't really get jack anything for them. And so at this point, if I'm Daryl Morey, just call a spade, man. You're done. You're finished. Go ahead, just trade everybody and restart the entire process and try to do it the right way.
Wow.
You can't though. You have peak of his powers, Joel Embiid. Like that's what you rebuild for. Like it's hard. If it comes down to it, I think they'll probably understand that and agree with you and be like, well, it didn't work out. The last GM fucked us. It is what it is. But you got to try to figure out a way to win with Joel Embiid while he's there.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, sadly, this is not 2K my league. Or else I would have had this team right.
Fact. Kenny would have had Giannis on this team by now in a rebuild.
Giannis, Zach LaVine, 78 wins. Insane.
And somehow Jalen Brunson or some shit. All right, man. Let's move on to the point of this video, the title everyone's here for. Let's talk about the best and worst deals done in NBA free agency. You want to start with the best or the worst?
Worst. I want to hate.
You want to hate?
I'm all about negativity. I love it.
So we all prepared lists of our top 5 worst deals in NBA free agency. This can be a contract signed or a deal done in this period. No real qualifiers, and the gauge for what's worst can be up to you. Let's go one by one, starting from 5 going up. Mo, you can go first. What's your number 5 worst deal in free agency?
The Portland Trailblazers. You go ahead. I don't know if you have conversations with Damian Lillard or not. Damian Lillard probably lied to you and be like, yeah, and did his homie a favor. You got done up the worst way possible. You're paying Jeremy Grant $160 million for the next 5 years. Now, this was an L.
Yep.
Holistically, because we know that, or at least we see and hear the type of person that Jeremy Grant is. Give me the ball. I want the bag. I want to be the face and blah, blah. And so this is not going to end well whatsoever. And you easily have one of the worst contracts in the NBA because we all know Jeremy Grant is not like that. If you're keeping names still, why would you do that, bro? It's terrible.
Fucking meme. When it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeremy Grant.
For sure. For sure. This is also my number 5. Coincidentally, we haven't seen each other's list either, so that's funny. But yeah, it's like it's not their fault, but end of the day, no matter whose fault it is, it's a pretty bad deal to have on your books for the next 5 years, and you're entering a rebuild in year 1.
Yeah.
The only reason it's not higher on the list for me is because they're going to be able to trade him. We'll see what that value is going forward, depending on how he looks. But it'll be a tradable asset. It's just going to be something they have to think about going forward, which isn't nice.
Yeah. No, it's on my list as well. I think what's bad about this is that one, there's no option, like there's no player option, there's no team option, there's no way to get out of this. This money is going to get paid, and that's crazy.
5 years is long.
It's a long time. Nobody stays together for 5 years anymore. Like they're gonna go through 2 eras of Blazers basketball before this deal is done, and it's just so much money. That's crazy. How do you finesse that? That's crazy for Jeremy Grant.
It's just the length. The yearly number isn't that bad. This cap's gonna keep going up 10% every year. $30 million a year is a lot of money, but he's good and he's tradable. But 5 years, such a long commitment. Like if you're the Bucks next year,
he's clutch, right? Jeremy Grant.
Probably. I don't know. Probably. Actually, wait, no. I feel like he has the same agent as Dame. Does he?
I don't know.
No, I made that up. I don't even think that's true. But 5 years are so nuts because next year, if they want to trade him, let's say you're the Milwaukee Bucks and something's up. Chris still looks like shit, and you need to revamp your team. And Jeremy Grant would fit great next to Giannis. I'm trying to move for him. 4 more years on a contract after this year is a crazy commitment for any team in win now mode. And any team that's not win now mode has no need to pay Jeremy Grant $30 million. So the market's going to be weird for him because he's good, but that's a long commitment.
Yeah. If this was a 3-year contract... If this was a 3-year... he's clutch. Interesting. Yeah, of course.
Makes sense.
If this was a 3-year contract, like, the Blazers really wouldn't be on my list like that. But this 5 years is insanely long. Bro, we're probably going to have kids by the time the end of their contract is around. Like, it will be still talking about
Who's
this.
we? Who's we?
Bro, when this contract ends, I'm going to be 29 years old.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to be pushing 30 when this ends?
Yeah, bro. My hairline is going to be gone by then.
No, this is a jail sentence. This is a jail sentence for the Portland Trailblazers. It's awful. It's a terrible deal.
The good thing is, to be fair, he's a good player. They're rebuilding around guards. So having him as a forward next to your young guards, keeping the team competent, someone that can make shots and facilitate, give them spacing next to these guys isn't the worst thing in the world. He's not so good that he's going to make them win games. Like, they can still tank with Jeremy Grant. Clearly, they did it last year. So, in terms of like the money side of the league, it's not great. But on the court, I guess it'll be fine.
I mean, they paid him the price of 2 forwards. They can have 2 other forwards for 1 Jeremy Grant. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, 2 forwards make you too good. You want to be bad for rebuilding, so maybe it's fine.
That's also true. I like it. The only reason why I'm like, it's not like the worst is because like I always talk about this all the time in the podcast. Situational young players, blah blah blah, and someone like Jeremy Grant, just naturally he plays a good brand of basketball and
plays the right way.
Yeah, you can say so. Yeah, he plays the right way, and he's not like a losing. He's not a losing player for real. He doesn't play a loser type of brand of basketball. Sure. So that's just
he's not going to take away from the young guys. They're teaching bad habits anyway.
Exactly.
This man Mo, I hear some sirens. Mo's in the hood.
I'm in the trenches right now. Y'all guys, this is why you guys have to go ahead and like this podcast. Follow us on Spotify, Twitter, and all that. Buy some merch.
Yeah. All right, Donovan, where was the Jeremy Grant deal on your list?
It was 5. It was actually it was 5.
So we all got number 5. I'll give my first number 4. Number 4, I have the Bulls giving Nikola Vucevic 3 years, $60 million.
Yeah,
we're so aligned right now. That's my 4 as well.
Yes, that's my 4 too.
That's my 4.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this deal is a similar thing where so Vucevic for $20 million a year isn't the worst thing in the world, but the Bulls are in such a state of flux. We're committing to him for 3 more years and continuing to be mid at every chance they get. Knowing Lonzo Ball's out for the whole year, and he's the only way they can be good. The only time we saw this core be good is when Lonzo was healthy and really being the glue that puts his team together. Knowing you're not going to have him, you might not have him ever again. His career might be cooked, and you still commit to this core. I guess it's better than letting him walk for nothing, which I'm typically against. But 3 years, man, nobody's going to want to trade for that. Nobody wants Vucevic for 3 years. Like, what is your goal for this team?
To be mid, that's it's so funny that you said. My notes literally just say Bulls for committing to mid. Like that's that's the issue, because he's actually getting paid less like on an annual basis than he was on his last deal. Like this is actually a win for the Bulls front office and from like a negotiation standpoint.
Oh yeah,
but they have but they have no idea what they're doing, and they they have this Levine. Yo, Mo. Like this is crazy. I need to know what's going on, man.
The mic probably can't hear it.
Please
but it's so
stick your head out the window. Right, I need some journalism right now. What's happening? Because that's just so loud. It's so loud.
No, man, I don't know what's going on, bro. This is hilarious. They probably they listen to this crime that the Bulls and their front office has been putting towards their fans of just committing to this.
No.
Huge.
Don't worry. We
huge.
I got a Knicks move later on this list. The people out there probably saw that.
This deal is just wild to me. I want the Bulls to cut everything down, because it feels like they're waiting on Lonzo to come back, and at this point, like you said, like his career is probably cooked. Like it really is sad what's happened to Lonzo's knee. Like it's just turned to like mush.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's just like turned to mush. So, but you kind of have to accept, hey, he's not coming back. Let's go get some assets for Levine. Let's go get some assets for DeRozan. We'll cut this thing down and we'll start fresh. But they just refuse to do that, and they have not found a way to not be mid since Derrick Rose tore his ACL.
Do they have their picks next year?
Yeah, I think they have it next year. Yeah,
I think they do,
because you can't trade it 2 years in a row.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it might be a pick swap out. I don't even know what the situation is.
Yeah,
it's wild. Play inbound.
Yeah,
maybe.
Exactly. This is sad for the Bulls. Very sad. Can't wait to see them blow it up though. Hopefully.
By the time they blow it up, none of the players will have any value.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, sadly.
That's crazy. We all have it at 4. Okay, so Donovan, you tell us what your number 3 is.
Okay, my number 3 is along the same lines. I have Jakob Poeltl for $80 million.
What?
At number 3, because, and it's the exact same logic. The Toronto Raptors are committing to mid, and they just refuse to do anything in either direction. They like Fred walked, and they are not taking that as a sign to blow everything up. They're asking for like the house for OG Anunoby. Everybody in the league has called them, trying to get OG on their team. They just think he's the best player in the world. Pascal's there. He's chilling. You could probably flip him right now and get some decent stuff. And then it's like for Jakob, they should have never gotten Jakob in the first place to go and trade assets to go get him, because again they were just mid last year. They still think that they are a Kawhi Leonard away from winning a championship, and they are much further from that. And now that now that Fred is gone, and you don't have anything, like you don't have any real motion. Why are you committing to this kind of money? And so that's why I'm just very confused by Toronto and what they're doing.
Okay. I don't think this is the same thing at all, because one, he's not like the core part of their team, so I don't think he's moving the needle any which way. And I think because they just traded for him, you can't let him walk for nothing. That would be bad asset management. And the difference why that doesn't apply to Nikola Vucevic is because Vucevic makes no fucking sense on any winning team. Nobody should want to trade for him. Jakob will be a very easy player to trade. Every team could use a good big that can defend and finish at the rim really well.
Do you think they're actually going to trade him though? Because I don't think so. I think
no. They're trading
at least not soon.
No, you're right. They're definitely committing to mid, like you said. That's not debatable. But I think in the instance that they finally see reason, trade Siakam, do their thing, Jakob will be very tradable next year.
Yeah,
I do not think Vucevic will be tradable.
Yeah, Isaac, you're speaking the gospel right now. I 110% agree. I have them on my list too, but not at that. No, not at that position. Not at that position. But I think a lot of teams look at Jakob as an asset, and regardless if the Raptors will go ahead and make that move and hit the restart button, you at least will be given the option to. Nobody is knocking on your door for Nikola Vucevic in that contract. No one's hitting your line. Your phone is dry. But on the other hand, on the flip side for the Toronto Raptors, you're still going to have at least the option, and that's all they need, bare minimum. It's all organizations need at the bare minimum. Put yourself in the best position to pivot at any time, and they did that.
Yeah, and I don't think at any point in that contract will Jakob be looked at as a negative asset. He's going to be good for the next 4 years. Vucevic, can't say the same.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in age. Jakob is in the prime of his career, will be up for another contract after this probably. So, in terms of principle of committing to mid, I agree. They should not be committing to mid, but I think this is a deal that works for that, and if they end up going down the rebuild path.
Yeah, listen, the I understand what you guys are saying about the flexibility, but it's kind of like what we were saying with Dame, where it's like, hey, we're not going to talk about this until we actually see it, because you just don't believe that it's going to happen. For the Raptors, I just don't believe that they are going to trade everybody, tear everything down and start fresh. And so that's why I'm looking at this. I'm like, they're gonna have him for at least 2 years. I would be shocked if he was traded before the second half of this contract.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Man,
yeah, I don't hate that. Mo, did you say this was on your list?
Yeah, they're on my list, but
where was that on your list?
They're actually number 2 on my list.
Okay, so you had that on there too. Okay.
Yeah, they're actually number 2 on my list.
We're so
for a lot of the same reasons.
I love this episode.
Yeah, for a lot of the reasons that you guys reiterated, and then I was confused as to why Gary Trent Jr. went ahead and opted in, and they signed Dennis Schroeder, which is like a very meh move, which I don't think it was bad, but I just overall just don't like the direction that they're headed into. And my honest number 3 on this list was the Atlanta Hawks.
Me too.
Have done. Damn, Isaac, what is going on? We're in sync.
We're
like
the same
entire
list.
day. Yeah, like I hate this team. I hate everybody a part in this front office. It's like I'm trying to trust Landry Fields and trying to see the vision, but if the vision is big 3, DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, and Pascal Siakam, all you're doing is telling me that you play my league and you test it out in real life. This
Well, tell people you didn't tell them the deal that you're talking about. Reference the deal that you're saying.
So
you just said the Hawks.
Yes, the Hawks. Yes. So there has been a lot of talks and chatter about a deal being surrounded around. I'm assuming maybe guys like a DeAndre.
No.
Hunter.
What's the deal? What's the deal that is on your list?
No, it's just the vibes. There's no deal. It's just the vibes of the Hawks.
Do you think we're listing teams?
Oh no! Well, right now I'm listing my teams and then also like the non-deals. That's the thing with the Hawks. They didn't make a real deal. Obviously, like the John Collins thing.
Making his deals, not teams.
Well, I understand that. Like the deal was like obviously like the John Collins thing, but like there's a new deal that probably will happen. I'm envisioning because of both of these teams been hella quiet, and so we only record these once a week, guys. So I have to go ahead and drop these for the future listeners. All right, if this does happen, potentially when it does happen or whatever, like I just don't like the vibes of this organization whatsoever, and this is a very much scramble move. And if you do this, then you literally put your entire organization in a chokehold because you have little to no future whatsoever. So
okay,
yeah, that and then the whole John Collins thing was just overall.
There you go.
Because you held on to your shit. And I just why are you trying to open up old wounds? Like I'm trying to get over this, and you're making me talk about it.
The point is to list a bad deal, and you're talking about a make believe possible Pascal Siakam trade.
Listen, John Collins was literally my favorite Hawk. Okay, I don't like talking about him being traded to the Utah Jazz now.
Fine, then I'll do it.
If he was on your team, you would. Okay, go ahead.
My number 3 on this list is
I'm muting you.
The Atlanta Hawks trading John Collins for Rudy Gay and a second-round pick. I think this deal was abhorrent. This is absolutely horrible management. They should have either kept him or traded him a year ago, maybe 2 years ago when he was on the trade block for the first time, because they've known for years they didn't want to build around John Collins. And the reason they had to finally get rid of him is because after years of dangling him for every team and saying it's going to take 2 first-round picks and a young star, nobody wanted him. And now with the second apron coming in, if they would have kept him, they'd have paid luxury tax and ended up losing out on some team building things. So they essentially salary dumped John Collins for nothing. For Rudy Gay, who is an irrelevant contract at this point. And they waited too long, and now they squandered a former lottery pick, a guy that could have netted you assets that help you continue to build around Trae Young. And it's just bad team. It's just bad load management. Yeah, Nikhil pulled up a tweet of mine that says a salary dump for nothing in return. Hawks fans are in hell. That's the only way I can describe it.
Absolutely. And I feel like I don't know. We just have to be Hawks fans, and specifically, not even Hawks fans. The front office needs to be really real with themselves. And if you don't have an idea of what's actually reality, look around, see what everybody else is talking about, and then you'll be on the same wavelength. We were over here. Who the hell let some intern go ahead, take a picture, or use a picture of KD and John Collins and say MVP versus like future MVP or whatever? God, good grief, man. That's just like that. I'm sure this is not related, but at the end of the day, in my mind, it's related. This just shows how much like faith and hope and how highly valued we had John Collins, and it's just sad.
Yeah,
this team is
and like the deal itself. This team won't be worse next year for getting rid of John Collins. Like, they'll be fine on paper, but it's just one less asset. And when you're a team that's already, like, you have your core in place, you've already done your all-in move for DeJounte Murray, you only have so many ways to improve. So to lose an asset that made a lot of money and was a cornerstone of your franchise, you can't replace that. Like, that's a big wound that's going to lower their ceiling of what they can build around Trae Young in the coming years. So,
yeah, man.
I get it, but it's just bad. Donovan, was this on your list?
What's up?
Was this on your list?
No, this was the first one that was different.
Okay, so you don't think it's a horrible deal?
No, it's bad, but like, no, it's definitely bad. I to be honest, it slipped my mind right now. I've been so focused on like the last 3 days.
Gotcha.
3-4 days.
Okay, well that's fine then. We can move on. We all have our repeat where we are so far. My number 5 was the Jeremy Grant deal. 4 was the Vucevic deal, and 3 was this trade. Mo, your list was exactly the same, and we have your number 2 was the Vucevic contract. I mean the Jakopoto contract was your number 2.
Oh, my number 2 was the Hawks. I mean the Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jakopoto contract, right?
Yeah. Yep.
This man just wrote teams.
Yeah. I wrote teams. But I already had like the moves made because I remember it.
All right, Donovan, what's your list so far?
I'm sorry. Okay, so I had I had Jeremy Grant at 5, the Vooch deal at 4, and then Jakob at 3.
Okay. So what's your 2?
At 2, I'm laughing at Mo, but I also just have a team. But specifically, it's the Pistons for trading for Joe Harris. They only traded 2 second round picks, so like it's not crazy. But for that to be like the move for the Pistons, and for them not to do anything this offseason, like free agency wise, I think that is ridiculous. Like okay. I really think that the Pistons are happy being trash because it's like Cade is coming back. You drafted a star. Jaden Ivey is taking another step. Now it's about that time to like
Mo disagrees. Yeah, we have a tweet here that says not a lot of people are gonna care, but the Pelicans have had amazing moves, man. Push and play in.
Okay.
And I replied with a tweet of Shaq sleeping.
Mo, I will tell you right now. If you ever want to see that $100 again, let's bet right now. I bet you the Pistons will not see the play-in. They're not going to see the in-season tournament. They're not going to see summer league. They are not going to be competitive next year at all. And they will finish in the bottom 3 of the conference. Double or nothing. Take it.
Double what? You owe me my money. You owe me my money still, all right? And I haven't received. You told me that you were going to go ahead and pay me by pennies. I haven't received jack. Nothing. You have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, whatever it is. I'll send you my PO box, dude. I have received no payments.
First off, I told you the day after the bet was like concluded. You will never see that money. Okay. That is never hitting your inbox. You're never getting that. So, but if you want a chance to see it, double or nothing right now.
If I want a chance to see it.
If you want to see your original 100, bet this 100 right now.
This is crazy manipulation.
Type of deal I'm in right now, dude.
No, but please tell me, why do you think the Pistons had a good offseason? Because I just don't see the vision.
They have nothing to lose with trading for Joe Harris, who's much needed in that position. Of course, everyone loves and needs an extra shooter. And then on top of that, they went ahead and I think they signed Monte Morris from the Washington Wizards. Or did they trade for him? I don't remember. I think they traded for him. Yeah, they traded for Monte Morris. And so that you immediately eliminate one of the worst positions in the NBA, one of the worst players in the NBA, and Killian Hayes from your rotation. And that makes you so much better of a team. And so I love seeing teams like them. They're actually in one of my best off seasons because of this.
Best off seasons?
Yeah, so, I appreciate things like this.
I'm not on the best offseason wave, but Donovan, what did you want them to do? They have the point guard. They have the shooting guard in Ivy and Cade. They have Asar as their small forward. They have Bojan as their power forward. Duran as their center. They have Monte Morris as their backup 1. Joe Harris backup 2.
I want them to go do something like in free agency, right? The draft.
Who's going to Detroit?
First off, let me tell you something. Jeremy Grant just got $160 million. If you pay anybody, they will go anywhere. Okay, don't tell me about who's going where. So that's one. That's one.
What needs do they have? They're a young team.
I would have liked to see them potentially make a run similar to what Houston did. And listen, I'm saying that we will talk about Houston later, but Houston was involved in a lot of these talks, and they were going out to get adults in the room, and I think that's a very underrated thing when you're talking about rebuild. And when you're talking about the Pistons, Cade is still young, Ivy's young. You just drafted Asar Thompson. I know you have Bojan there. You need more adults, And I think that they could have made a play because I like their core a lot. And I think that you can actually speed up their timeline if you get some more veterans in there. I don't think that Joe Harris does that. I think that Joe Harris is actually like not a good basketball player like right now. And so
where though? Like they have a 1, 2, 3, and 5 solidified. You just want them to get veterans on the bench? Like
on the
like
the
would
bench.
DeAndre Jordan move you if they go ahead and did that? Like, are you serious right now?
Like what deals tangibly did you want them to do? Who did you want them to sign?
I'm gonna be real. I don't have a name off the top. No, because like I just don't. But I'm looking back. That's not my job to run the Pistons. But like, but I'm looking back. I'm looking back on it, and this entire like week of free agency, it's felt really, really quiet for the Pistons. That's a team that I had high hopes for them going into last season, and then Cade ends up getting hurt, and then they seem to have slowed down a lot of the momentum. And I think that if they would have made one of these like splashes or going to get a veteran, you probably could have kept pushing things forward. I think that they're really stagnant right now, and that's one of the reasons why I'm just not rocking with it, because I don't think that the direction right now is it's not positive. I want it to be more positive. I like Hasar a lot, and I think that he's going to be really, really good. If we're just talking about free agency, I think they could have done a little bit better or found something else outside of Joe Harris. It's weird just seeing Joe Harris's name as the marquee move, you know?
You wanted them to sign Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
You wanted Dylan Brooks in Detroit, didn't you?
No, I actually didn't.
You needed Dylan Brooks in Detroit. I know it.
I actually didn't.
Listen.
Well, it depends. It depends. Things could have gotten interesting. They could have got listen.
That would have been so nasty.
Before okay, while we're here, because I just want to speed up this topic real quick. I have the Rockets at 1 for my worst deal.
Oh, really?
Yes, giving Dylan Brooks $80 million is ridiculous. I don't care how the contract is set up. I don't care if it's mad incentive laden. I don't care. Having Dylan Brooks and $80 million in the same sentence is asinine. It's crazy.
Literally. Last podcast, I said that I wanted to see someone like Dylan Brooks on the Houston Rockets, and it happened. And I don't have them on this list.
But for that number, right? For that number, it's crazy. If we're talking about Dylan Brooks to Detroit or something like that, if it had been anything less, it is completely okay. But for $80 million, what?
That's $20 million a year
for Dylan Brooks.
I mean, he's a high quality defensive wing, which costs a lot to get a top tier perimeter defender. His offense is his offense. He's not a very good offensive player. I'll tell you that. I agree, but it's kind of like the Fred VanVleet thing where they had the money to spend. They have a ton of fucking young players who are eventually going to come up and take that spot. They're not losing anything by paying Dylan Brooks. They're not losing flexibility. It's not like there was a different offer the way they could have spent that money out there. Like there was no net negative here.
You are paying Dylan Brooks. It is this one is 100% the optics. You are paying $80 million to have Dylan Brooks on your team.
You say $80 million. That's $20 a year.
For this right here. You're paying $80 million for this.
You make things sound so much worse than it actually is.
So stupid. It's like you already have.
Hey, real quick. What are they paying him for?
Right here in the pocket. The Rockets for the past like 2 years have been one of the most unorganized franchise. They are trying to go in the right direction. You hire Ime, you have Fred VanVleet, right? You get those adults in the room, and then the other adult is Dylan Brooks, Mr. I poke bears. I poke bears. I don't respect anybody until they give me 40. And then LeBron gives him 40, and he doesn't talk to the media. He doesn't do any of that stuff. Coming off of what he came off of, it still blows my mind that he's going to get paid $80 million.
Listen,
it's wild.
I understand that. I understand that. But we have to remember this dude was an all NBA defensive player. I agree with you when it comes to outside of the court stuff. Well, yeah, especially
no, it's not outside. It's on the court.
Jalen Green,
it's the goon. It's like paying that. It's like I don't know. it's Lance. You're paying for Lance for like prime Lance Stevenson antics, and just like shot chucking. And
he's a top 5 defender from the position. Like he's a really good defensive player. That matters.
Yes.
Watch him get a shot. He gonna get his spot taken, and then you gonna have the dude on the bench making $80 million. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's like $80 million. It's not $80 million a year.
Oh my god, bro!
They're paying him $80 million a game. It's crazy. I don't understand it. No, I just don't like it.
Oh god.
I don't like it.
I get it. I don't love the deal either. I made a TikTok about it. I gave it like a C grade. I think it's I wouldn't pay that much, but they have money to blow, so who gives a shit? I don't think it's a top 5 worst deal. I definitely don't think it's the worst deal signed in free agency.
It's awful.
But it's not great.
It is awful. I have to bring up the stats.
My number 2 is the Knicks trading Obi Toppin for 2 second-round picks.
Yeah, that was trash.
I think this is fucking stupid.
Okay.
This is fucking horrible.
That was trash.
This is like the John Collins thing, except Obi Toppin is younger, cheaper, has more potential, and has more reason to keep him. But Tom Thibodeau just said, nope, I don't like that guy. He's never going to play a minute for me. Not when I have Julius Randle play 48 minutes a game. So Obi never got a chance, and now the Knicks got rid of him for nothing. They invested a top 10 pick and got nothing in return. And the Pacers, for the Pacers, it's a steal. Like, this is great. But this is just embarrassing asset management. Like, nobody's talking about it, but I think it's awful.
Yeah, I agree. No one's talking about it. People will talk about it by the time November, December.
I mean, they won't. Like,
they will.
Yes, they will.
They will. Those highlights are going to be crazy. They're going to be crazy. Are you kidding me?
I'm saying this as a scorned ex right now. Obi Toppin not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. Okay? His career would die in Indiana.
Maybe. But the fact that the Knicks never gave him a chance to see what he can do and got rid of him for nothing, it's just an embarrassing process. It's not even about the result. The process is just horrible.
No, yeah, that's true. Also, you guys are right. He's playing with Tyrese. Like they're going to get out and run, and he's going to be 360 and windmilling off of alley oops. It's going to be ridiculous.
And he's actually a stretch 5. Like he's going to eat. Like it's going to be so good. He's going to be holding it down until Jarris Walker's ready to start. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Shout out to them, bro. I had them or the Knicks as number 1, 2 in terms of like worst moves made. That one specifically, and I 100% agree. Like him having that open space, and also like finally the opportunity to play with someone who actually specializes in the type of stuff that Obi Toppin excels at. It's gonna be phenomenal. And having Miles Turner by his side, and then Benedict Mathurin and Tyrese Halliday, like the infrastructure is just set up beautifully for him to excel over there. I love it.
Yeah, it's tough, man. So that's your number 1 worst deal too.
Yeah, for the Knicks, absolutely terrible.
Okay. That's tough. For the best deals, I need you to pick specific deals, not teams.
Oh yeah, I wrote specific deals because I forgot some of them, and so I can go ahead and kick this off.
Hold on. I didn't give him number 1 yet. I didn't give him number 1 yet.
Oh, you didn't? Go ahead.
Oh, I thought the Knicks was your top. Okay.
No, Knicks is number 2.
Okay, what's your top one?
The number 1 worst deal in free agency is the Charlotte Hornets bringing back Miles Bridges on the 1-year, $8 million deal.
Oh, yeah.
That shit is embarrassing. They said, we're not going to sign you for a year because you're a piece of shit. And a year passed, and they're like, oh, well, maybe not. Maybe if you come back and score 22 points a game, we'll let you come through.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, that is tough.
It's embarrassing for the Hornets. It's embarrassing for the league. And anybody who employs Miles Bridges next year should be embarrassed of themselves.
Yeah, no, man. Like, I don't know what they were thinking.
He still has like 20 games on the suspension left too, right?
Yeah. Was it 20 or 10? I can't remember the number. But yeah, he's going to come back, play for $8 million a year, average 23 points a game, and next summer someone's going to pay him, and it's going to be embarrassing for the NBA.
Yeah. The NBA and the Hornets dropped the ball completely with this one, dog. Like, I have no idea how this is even possible. They just let him get away for free.
Well, he missed a whole year and missed a whole year of pay, so it's not for free, but I think he should miss an entire career, so it's fine. Mo, What is your number 5 best deal signed in free agency?
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. So number 5, we don't have to talk about it too much, but it was the Detroit Pistons. I felt like we're starting to see a slight shift in the league where a lot of people see the value in having or a lot of young teams specifically, see the value in having vets surrounding the locker room, and and that happened. And yes, it's not the most fun thing or the flashiest move to happen like whatsoever. It's easily one of the most boring things, but it's pivotal and incremental in terms of what happens behind the scenes that translate onto the court. So this has to be like one of the better moves this offseason for me from the Pistons.
Which move? You just said the Pistons. Which one?
Oh yeah, them getting Joe Harris and also Monte Morris. God.
Pick one.
It's both. It's a package deal. No, I love the idea as a whole. You can't make me pick one.
Okay. Donovan, what's your number 5?
Let's see. I have to tie for number 5, so I'm trying to decide which one I want to go with. I'll go with this one. I like Kuz's deal a lot. I'm very happy for.
Wow.
For
Kuz. Good deal. I respect it.
Listen, 4 years, $102 million for Washington. I think that's one of those situations where if it works out, cool. It's also a very tradable contract for Kuz. You end up getting paid as well. Like, I think it's just a win-win for both sides. And I just really liked it. It was just a very solid deal. And so I have that as number 5.
I respect that. Yeah. I didn't put him on here. I just kind of just like,
meh.
I feel like that's a good value for him. It's appropriate. So I don't see it as like a steal or anything. But yeah, for a team that can't let him walk, it's a totally tradable contract and good value for a young guy. I like that for both sides.
Yeah.
They did exactly what they were supposed to do. W.
And you compare that to what the Trailblazers are playing for Jeremy Grant, who's like the same caliber of player. It's kind of a steal.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right about that now with the way you framed it.
Yeah. My number 5, I have the Los Angeles Lakers signing Gabriel Vincent for 3 years, $33 million.
That's good.
This good. Can't be higher than 5. I think it's like on the lower tier of these great deals signed in the offseason because he is just Gabe Vincent. You know, he's a streaky player. He doesn't have the Miami Pirate friendship anymore, so his shooting is going to be streaky in the Lakers still. But for a team that found themselves at the end of last year when they traded for all that depth, got rid of Russ, to bring all those guys back, and then add a guy like Gabe to the rotation to build on top of what they already had, for that price, only $11 million a year, that's not a big commitment. That's fantastic. D'Lo was kind of unplayable in a lot of the playoffs because his shot wasn't falling, and he just wasn't. He was not doing well in the flow of the offense. And you can't deal with that with D'Lo because his defense fucking sucks. So if he's not killing it on offense, he's unplayable. For everything Gabe Vincent lacks, his inconsistencies in offense at times, he's a really good point guard defender. Last year, they had to treat Dennis Schroeder like he was Gary Payton because he's the only guy they had that could defend ones. He was out here trying to lock up Steph Curry in hell. And Gabe Vincent can fill that role as a point of attack defender, defending most point guards that aren't too big for him. So I think it's just a really versatile player to add into their... He's not versatile himself, but he gives them ability to put out versatile lineups into the rotation.
It was a beautiful move by them. I love it. They're on my list too. I have them as package though, Isaac.
You need to pick one. You need to understand the point of this segment. Pick a deal.
Oh, I'm not picking one. God,
you're
stop
not
trying to
doing the segment.
Me.
What are you talking about?
All right,
let him cook.
Number 2 on my list. Or sorry, not number 2. Number 4 on my list. The Memphis Grizzlies going ahead and deciding to sign Derrick Rose. He's on babysitter John Morant duty, as you alluded to last episode with Marcus Smart, Donovan. This is the exact same type of move, and you literally can't name a single NBA player who's more better suited for this exact type of job. D Rose, he went to college over there in Memphis, same exact type of archetype as John Morant, and also he has had some ties and things in his past that he's been able to get away from and flourish throughout his career and stuff like that. So I think this is like he's the perfect type of why are you laughing?
Crazy way to frame that, but I know what you mean. He's dealt with adversity.
Exactly. God. He's done with adversity, you know? And he knows how to get out of the spotlight. Which is exactly what John Morant needs.
That's true. That
AKA,
did happen
he
to
has the PR team contact. That's it. That's it.
Nasty.
That's all true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I get that. That makes sense from a team building perspective. Their biggest need is to get John Morant under control, and Derrick Rose can be a mentor for him. I totally respect that. It's like like the Nuggets keep bringing back DeAndre Jordan despite the fact that he sucks at everything because clearly he's a presence in that locker room. I didn't put this on my list because Derrick Rose isn't very good at basketball anymore. But from a mentorship, team building perspective, I can see the value.
Veterans are important again in 2023, 2024. I love that, bro.
Yeah, definitely a running theme here. Adults in the room, like Donovan would say.
Yep.
What's your number 5, Donovan? Did you say number 5 yet?
Yeah, I said 5. We're on to number 4 then.
Yeah.
What was 5 again? I forgot.
The Kuz deal.
Oh, Kuz deal. That's right. Okay. Yeah, what's your number 4?
Number 4, again, package deal. This is really where I just started putting teams. But the package deal for the Cavs.
He was just like me, except he was trying to hide it. You're terrible.
no, it's literally the exact same thing. But number 4, specifically for the Cavs to get Max Strus. We talked last episode in terms of like what the Cavs need, and we're like, just get anybody who can play small forward and shoot threes, and they did that perfectly. They got Max Strus, who is a 3-point shooter. It's fine that he isn't like some all world defender. You have Mobley and Allen in the back end for that exact reason. Now it's going to be tough because you do have Garland and Mitchell and Strus, and so it's like, listen, those Mobley and Allen are going to be working overtime to defend stuff at the rim, but you needed somebody to make people pay whenever your guards break down. Whenever your guards break them down. And so Strus is exactly that. They did the same thing with Niang. I think they had a great offseason. But yeah, I really like that deal.
That's cool, yeah. I don't really see him as like the immediate 3 because he's about like 6'4", 6'5". And for the reasons you said when you already have a small backcourt. But he's great to have in the rotation for sure. Like there's going to be plenty of lineups where he's useful. They don't always have D-Mitch and Garland on at the same time. Anytime only one of those guards is on the court, you can have Strus out there to pair next to him. Last year when one of those guys sat, they didn't really have a strong 2 to put next to him. It was a lot of Jetty Osman, Lamar Stevens. So being able to have Strus as like at worst a really good 6-man there, I like that.
It's an immaculate move. All right.
That's cool. I like how we all disagree. It's a good deal. I guess I'll go number 4 now. Yeah. Number 4, I'm going to go Naz Reid, 3 years, $45 million deal. That's our number 4.
Okay.
We talked about it because it broke before last episode. It's an absolute steal. $15 million a year for Naz Reid, who I think with the right playing time will prove to be easily a starting caliber center. A high-quality starter. Not an all-star or anything, but a really good starter. I think that's a steal. And it's weird on one hand to pay another center when you're already paying Rudy Gobert and Cat a bajillion dollars, but you couldn't lose him for nothing. And it gives you the flexibility that inevitably they're going to blow this shit up and they're going to trade one of those star centers. So when that happens, you have Naz Reid to step in and get more minutes. I think there's nothing you could possibly want them to do differently with this deal.
I 110%
I love it.
agree.
It's on my list too.
What number is it?
It's 3.
Okay, so it's your next one. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Mo? Is it on your list?
Nice. No, it's actually not on my list. I just thought they kind of did like a no-brainer type thing. So I didn't think they kind of I didn't want to reward that. But instead, what I did want to reward is the Indiana Pacers. Of course, package deal thing, Obi Toppin, we already talked about that. But I want to lean more towards Bruce Brown in this conversation. This was a immaculate deal. Having someone who's now has championship DNA and is championship savvy and is the exact type of, what do I would say, connecting piece to have alongside Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, and all those guys, young guys. I think it's an amazing deal. He got not an outrageous bag, but he got a good bag, and so this will just do nothing but help speed along the rebuilding process or retooling process of the Indiana Pacers. So they're looking pretty deep right now. Their potential starting lineup could be Tyrese, Bruce Brown, Benedict, Obi Toppin, and Miles Turner. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at this graphic Nikhil just pulled up. This is a team, man. That's so many good players.
I know.
They're legitimately 10 deep. Assuming Jarris Walker's good, they're 9 deep of good players. Isaiah Jackson's cool. You count him as a 10th. Like, this team is depth. They're going to soon hit a little bit of a logjam where I think they're going to have to trade some of these guys, especially in that second unit. Buddy Hield probably has to leave to free up some minutes. But, yeah, it's a great move. $20 million a year. Essentially, it's a one-year deal because the second year is unguaranteed, or I actually think it's a team option, one of those. So, yeah, it's kind of like the Rockets situation where they have a lot of cap space. Got to give it to somebody. I like it.
Yep.
Perfect to give it to.
I like it. I like it too. This is actually my number 2 deal.
Okay.
So yeah, moving on the list.
Okay, we're flying through these lists. Yeah, I didn't put it on there. I think it's a lot of money. It's worth it for them because they have, like I said, nobody to give the money to. They might as well give it to Bruce Brown. But I don't think it's like a huge steal in terms of price. I think he's worth 18, 20 million on the high end. I think
especially if you're living in Indiana, dude. You have to pay him that money. What else are you going to keep him entertained? Yeah. Absolutely.
They overpaid for the market. The market was a mid-level exception. He went here and not the Lakers because the Pacers were willing to offer like more money than he's probably worth. So, good. It's a good idea that they overpaid, but they did still maybe overpay a little bit. So I think it's a fine deal, but not one of my top 5. But I undoubtedly love this team now with him in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I keep looking at this lineup that Nikhil has pulled up. This team is awesome. Are they going to be a playoff team next year?
Yes, they will.
For sure. Guaranteed.
Are they going to be a top 6 team?
Much. I don't know.
Yes, they will.
Ooh.
That could be their ceiling. Top 5 is their ceiling in my mind.
Is this going to be next year's Kings?
Listen, they were.
It depends
good.
on Bennett Mathurin and how good he
before
is.
Tyrese got hurt.
Yeah, this could be the 4 or 5 seed. I wouldn't be crazy shocked.
Yeah, I think it honestly, I know Tyrese is going to ball out. Miles Turner is going to do Miles Turner things. That's what he does. Obi Toppin, you can just envision the leap that he's going to be taking. But Bennett and Mathurin, in my mind, is you could say the X factor and just how good he's going to be during his second season because he definitely had the cool off moment and he was absolute gas the first 15 games of his career. I think he shot 40% from 3 and then things just went downhill from there. So yeah, it really just depends on him on how good they'll be. But I think regardless of the fact they'll be an amazing team. So
yeah, that'd be great. All right, my next deal, my number 3 is the Clippers trading for KJ Martin for 2 second-round picks.
Wow,
that you could argue this could be one of the worst deals.
Sicko, NBA sicko right here.
That was a great deal.
Love it.
Yeah. You could say this is one of the worst deals for the Rockets because it's kind of similar to the Obi Toppin thing where they gave away a good player because, for this is different though because they knew he was good. They just didn't have room in the rotation anymore because they brought in other veterans, so they just couldn't give KJ.
He requested for a trade last year. Yeah,
and he requested a trade, so he was on his way out eventually. But he's way better than two second round picks value, and he's going to come in and be a fantastic ad for the Clippers who have depth, but it's mostly small guys. So to have him come in and be like a 4, can play 3 with some lineups, who provides just speed, verticality, solid defense, can move, I think he's going to be a fantastic addition to their bench. And the common NBA public doesn't know about KJ Martin because he was riding away on the god-awful Rockets for the last couple of years. But in a few months when the season starts, it's going to start up. They're going to see him catching lobs and doing great things, and they're going to be like, how did the Clippers get another really good player? They never stop getting good players. And it's going to be great.
Yeah, shout out to
I'm
Clippers,
watching these highlights.
They have
He's crazy.
They have one of the, when it comes to making trades, they easily have the best core group of people in the entire NBA, I have to say. They always just find they always just pick up these super low investment deals that end up paying off in the future. But then there's also other times where they just completely drop the balls. But when it comes to doing specific stuff like this, they're amazing.
Oh yeah, if it's one thing about the Clippers, they're gonna make a deal. They will make a lot of deals, and most of them will work. Yeah, man, it's a really high level front office. Right, that's my 5, 4, and 3. We have Donovan's 2 as well. Mo, did you give your 2 yet?
Nope, I did not. My number 2 was actually the Houston Rockets and giving that deal to Fred VanVleet and also what's his name?
Don't say it.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks for sure. I think they definitely I think that was
that can't be part of your best strategies. They can't be part of the best.
It has to be. I know a lot of people are against it, but I am going against the grain because when it comes to just, we need some people in the locker room who don't play that shit on the court because Dylan Brooks definitely plays that shit off the court. They did the exact perfect type of dudes. They put the exact type of dudes that they need around Jalen Green, Alfred Sengun, Jabari Smith, and all those dudes. And paying them out this amount, paying him out this amount. What the hell am I talking about? Paying him out this amount. Paying him out this amount.
He's not
Good grief,
himself.
bro. This is crazy.
He has that retainer in right now. I just know it.
Bro, worst part about it, ain't no retainer in, bro. I'm just down bad.
The comments think you have braces. It's funny.
Yeah. So, bro, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. I know it's a lot of money. It looks terrible on paper, but it will pay off, and it will help them kickstart into a positive direction and have actual positive progression. And I think they'll just turn it around, bro, in terms of where they're headed to. Now, yes, the shooting percentages was ugly. I don't expect it to be any really that much prettier, but overall, I want to look at the effect and impact that they have on Jalen Green, Sengun, Jabari Smith. That's what I want to see improve, and they'll help.
Yeah, I like the Fred VanVleet one a lot more than Dylan Brooks one.
Thank you. I do too.
A lot of people are saying like this is gonna be the worst duo we've ever seen. Why are people acting like they're a fucking duo? These guys are not the duo. They're the stopgap to help the young players emerge into being the duo. The duo is Jalen Green and Amen Thomas. Men Thompson and Jabari Smith. Like those are the core guys who are supposed to be the future stars. People are acting like these are the 1 and 2 option when they're just not. Like no one's citing Dylan Brooks to be the sidekick. He's just a guy.
You're paying over the next 4 years.
Oh my God! If you say the number, I'm gonna scream.
God,
you're paying $50 million for both Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks.
Well, you're paying $60 a year.
True. That's
not helping,
ridiculous. Isaac. That's ridiculous. This is just nasty.
It
is
what
nasty.
it is. It needed to be done.
The numbers are irrelevant. The numbers are irrelevant.
It needed to be done? No, it doesn't. It didn't have to be done.
What would you have done if you were the Rockets? What would you have done? What would you have done?
I would have paid Fred. I would have given $80 million to literally anybody else other than Dylan Brooks to come play through. No.
If we're just talking about the Fred VanVleet trade, I like this for me being in the top 5. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think combined.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Fred VanVleet trade. That can be top 5.
I agree. It kind of feels like they did not even take a second to gauge the market value of Dylan Brooks, like at all. I honestly thought he would probably get like maybe close to a mid-level exception, 15, 16, top 17 million a year. But it sounds like, hey, like this number sounds good. Let's just throw it at them. They did it, but hey, they have money and they're allowed to be sort of reckless when it comes to these type of deals.
The contract also isn't $20 million a year. It's front loaded, so like the first year he'll get 30, then like 27. It goes down. So in the last couple of years, when Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson, all these guys are really good, and Dylan Brooks on the bench, they're gonna be paying him like 13 a year, and this cap's gonna go up like 3 times from then. So the deal won't be bad in the future.
But for this year, when Dylan Brooks is shooting 37% from the field, and he's making $30-something million, everybody's going to be looking around and just like, dang. And he's going to be walking into the arena. Listen, it's hot here in Texas.
What is he going to be
doing? He's in your city now, Donovan. I'm sorry. Now I see why you hate it. Now I see why you hate it. Because you're going to have to deal with that.
I'm pulling up to the arena. I'm pulling up to the arena. I'm going to watch these games. But, like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
That's funny. All right, let me give you guys my number 2 deal. My number 2 deal is the Clippers, once again, re-signing Russell Westbrook for 2 years, $8 million. I think we all agree that last year when Russell Westbrook was a Los Angeles Laker, he was fucking awful. He was a bad player. He was not good. But I think we also agree that when he went to the Clippers, he was really fucking good. He he refound himself, and once again was proven to be a very useful NBA player that you put him around players that fit him and he can do his thing again. We saw him in the playoffs carry that team when they were down bad with injuries. Didn't carry them far. They got their ass whooped, but he was on the court keeping them afloat as best as he could, and he clearly showed he still has it. So to get him back for $4 million a year, I think that's fantastic value for them. Clearly there was no market for him, so he probably could have got a little bit more, but I also believe that he saw that he fits with the Clippers and wanted to stay there and rebuild his value further. So he sacrificed short-term money to try to get a big contract next summer. Good for him. But the Clippers, to get a steal for $4 million next year.
Yeah, no, exactly. it's good. It's good for them. Like you said, if you're the Clippers, you're gonna make a deal, and this is one of those things where even though they're like Westbrook's name is big, this is a deal around the margins, and they're doing pretty well. And if Paul George and Kawhi could stay healthy for any amount of time, then they could actually do something. But this is really good for them, though. I like it.
Yeah, it's and if it results in a big payday for Russ on the road, cool. Don't really care. In the short term, it's a steal. I just wonder. I know it's a 2-year deal. I didn't see the specifics. Does Russ have a player option next year? Is that why he did 2 years and not 1? I'd assume so.
Maybe, probably.
Zero clue.
I didn't see the details either.
Either way, I've clowned on Russ more than anybody, but he's worth $4 million a year. I'll tell you that.
Great deal by the Clippers. Good
deal.
Yeah, this tweet Nikhil showing right now. Dylan Brooks gets $80 million. Russell Westbrook gets $8 million. The NBA is crazy. Do y'all think? Who would you rather have next year, Russ or Dylan Brooks? That's like Stalin versus Hitler meme vibes.
Oh my god!
I'm taking Russell Westbrook.
For $4 million, I'm definitely taking Russ. If they were both even, nobody was getting paid anything. Who would you rather have?
I'd rather have Russell personally. Westbrook.
For vibes.
Okay, so the Russ still does have a player option. That makes total sense. He can take the bet on himself, continue to rebuild his value, and next year get paid big. I like that.
Yeah, great move by both sides, Russ personally and also the Clippers. Agreed. So now is the time to talk about our number 1 best deal this offseason. Well, I have to go ahead and give it to the Los Angeles Lakers for retaining Austin Reeves for that deal. 4 years, 54 or 57, something like that, $1 million. 56. There we go. $56 million is insane.
Mr. Mojo, you're never going to believe this. That is also my number 1.
Why am I not surprised? Yeah.
Love it.
That's funny.
Yeah, they are phenomenal, bro. Like, honestly, when I saw this deal happen, initially, I think D'Angelo Russell got. First, it was Gabe Vincent, then it was like D'Angelo Russell, and now I'm like, damn, do they have enough money to go ahead and pull this off with the AR or what? And they actually ended up doing it, and no other team, I guess, I don't know the X's and O's, and we're not behind those conversations, but for them to do this with the quickness too that they were able to get it done in, I think it's phenomenal. He's like 25, so semi-ish young player. He's a good building block. He showcased how good of an NBA player he was during the playoffs and also this entire year when he started to get more trust from LeBron and AD, and they noticed like, oh damn, this white kid actually got some shit in his bag. We should probably go ahead and give him the ball more. Like, this is fundamental, and this will help turn around the Lakers into also. It'll just help them turn around as a whole, bro.
Yeah, for sure. The team turned around last year when they gave him the ball, like you said. So to continue to empower him going forward, to continue to grow with his team, for $14 million a year, it's a no-brainer. This is a steal. People were talking like, are the Spurs going to offer him $100 million and force the Lakers to match? Apparently, fucking not. Apparently, nobody was brave enough to. Nobody wanted to mess the Lakers because they knew they'd match. They didn't want to tie up their cap space. So it's honestly in 2 years when the cap keeps going up, it's going to look like one of the best deals in the NBA. Yeah. Like that, for that point alone, the fact that nobody matched and they're able to, nobody offered him anything and they were able to just give him the typical extension, elite deal, easily number 1 for me.
You're not gonna believe this. This is also my number 1 deal.
Wow. Let's go. Clean sweep.
It's the best deal. It's the best deal that's happened. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
I'm shocked. I honestly think that his agent should be fired because after seeing the reaction and everyone's like, dang, like you only got $56 million? Like, yo, you should have had $100 million. And it's wild that the Lakers were able to get this amount of a discount for Austin Reeves, who was balling. Like, you guys already said it all, but it's still just very shocking that it actually went down like this. So, shout out to Pelinka, who has completely turned the narrative on how good of a GM he is. After year 1, people were saying that he was the worst GM ever, and now he's looking like a genius. So they did their thing.
Now, outside of stupidly trading for Russell Westbrook because he was pressured to do it by his star players, he's been pretty rock solid for his entire tenure. Like, he's been a legitimately top-tier GM.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man.
Shout out Pelinka.
Yeah. The Lakers are easily the winners this offseason, right? I have 2 deals in this top 5 from them. I think they had the if we were ranking teams like Mo wants to do, would the Lakers be like undoubtedly the number 1 offseason team?
For sure. They retained so many of their core pieces, and then also added in Gabe Vincent and then TP Torian Prince, who was like a Hawks legend in my 15-year-old mind. So I love
Torian Prince an initial nickname.
Huh?
We're giving Torian Prince an initial nickname.
Well, that's what I just call him, dude.
He deserves that.
What happened to the game I love? Torian Prince. Come on, man.
Look, man, Hawks fans are nasty, bro. I used to go ahead and call that man Paul Millsap P. Millie. Like, I'm disgusting. Don't ever have a conversation with me about basketball for real, bro.
P. Millie.
Yeah, P. Millie's crazy.
Yeah,
man. Those are our lists. We got the best deals and the worst deals in the league. I'll show them both on the screen right now. Both top 5s. I like it. It wasn't the most eventful offseason, but it was. Well, it's not over yet, but it wasn't the most eventful free agency period. But there was some solid, interesting stuff going down. All right,
not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not as.
I think that is the bell sounding. Quasimodo's ringing it from up high. It is TikTok time.
Let's go ahead and do it.
It's about time.
Eaters are beating down these walls around me right now.
This time we're going to do, obviously we're going to start with a draft like we always do. And this time we're going to do a draft of only players who played with Kevin Durant. So this will be an interesting one.
Let's get into it. I love it.
What was the last draft we did again?
LeBron, I think. Was it?
No, it was after LeBron. We did one more since then.
Oh, no.
K's.
It was K's. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Did I have the 3rd pick? I think I did. So I have 2nd pick. Mo, you have 1st. Donovan, you have 3rd.
Okay. I want to double up here. I like that.
Yeah. So let's draft NBA lineups with only players who played with Kevin Durant at any point in their careers. Mo,
with the first overall pick, no brainer, Steph.
I was hoping you forgot, and just somehow I got blessed with them.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
With the 2nd pick, give me James Harden.
Okay. I want the same backcourt that I had last time. Give me Kyrie Irving and give me Klay Thompson.
Yeah, it's a great backcourt. 2 drafts in a row.
You are incredibly lame. Go ahead.
This is tough. The positions are the best value here. I'll wait there. Give me Draymond Green at the 4. I think that's the lightest position.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get the best defender on this list.
That's cool. Okay. So here's my chance to double up. Go ahead. Give me Boogie Cousins and Serge Ibaka.
Fuck, I was gonna pick him next.
Yep. Give me Serge Ibaka and Boogie Cousins.
Damn, you beat me to it. That sucks.
Serge Ibaka. I need him. Those Thunder vibes are too hard.
Damn, I thought you guys were gonna forget about Boogie. That was gonna be a steal.
Yeah, nah. No more fumbling over here, man. Yo, someone walked up to me in person and asked me why I fumble so many drafts. Today, I am a changed man. No more.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm in a tough spot. I have my 4 and I have my 2.
Jordan Poole.
I don't have a 3, 5, or 1.
Jordan Poole.
If Harden.
You never played with Jordan Poole. What am I saying that for?
3's a weak ass spot. I'm gonna reach a little bit because there's no good 3s. Give me prime Andre Iguodala.
Damn.
Okay. Are we just gonna do this?
Okay.
What? I will make it work. Give me Russell Westbrook, and yeah, I will have Kyrie play the 2. I'll have Kyrie play the 2 and Klay play the 3. I just like that's just it's weird.
No fit in sight.
It's fine. We're hoopers. We get buckets. So yeah, give me Russell Westbrook, and yeah, I want a big, and give me DeAndre Ayton.
Okay.
Okay.
Your team has a lot of talent. It makes no sense together, but it makes talent. My turn again?
Yep.
I'm glad you picked Russ. You know who I wanted? Prime Christopher Emmanuel Paul.
Wow.
Give me that Houston backcourt of him and Harden back together. I need it.
Oh, that was my pick. I'm sick now.
I bet it was. It's the right pick.
Okay. So I got Curry, Boogie, and Serge Ibaka. Bro, we've gone straight, like, Boogie's not a Hall of Famer. We've gone all Hall of Famers, bro. That's crazy.
Yep.
KD, you're shameless. Okay, go ahead. Give me Devin Booker next to Steph Curry.
Yeah, I was about to take him and go small.
Yeah, give me Devin Booker next to Steph Curry, and then I need a 3.
You do.
Ah, man.
That's true.
This is kind of nasty, but give me Bradley Beal. I'm here for the talent.
3?
Yeah, give me Bradley Beal.
Okay.
Am I the only
It's
team
not my
with
favorite pick, but I need it.
Am I the only team with the small forward here? Jesus.
Yeah, dude,
basically.
Like, it's kind of. I mean, it's KD.
Nobody's needed a small forward because they've had Kevin.
Yeah.
Okay. So all that's left for me to pick is a center. I have Draymond. No, I'm gonna slide Draymond to the center. Give me prime Blake Griffin at my 4.
He did play with Prime Blake. That's nice. I was hoping y'all forgot about him. Damn.
I got absolutely cooked.
I did forget about that.
Oh, I can't
Absolutely
believe I picked Serge Ibaka over
I did
Blake.
forget about that. That's
You're
okay.
goddamn right you did.
That's okay.
Bozos.
Chat, I lied. I sold. It's a part of my identity. I cannot escape it.
We got a board that says week since Mojo sold. We crossed off the 1, wrote a 0.
So I got Steph Curry.
Wait. I haven't made my last pick yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't made my last pick.
One more pick.
Now listen, I just want to put this caveat. My team is being built for the 2012 through 2014 era of the NBA. Okay, it's not modern NBA.
Oh,
right,
he said he did it.
Give me LaMarcus Aldridge at my 4.
Your team is so bad.
Again,
Oh my God.
it's a very specific
It
era.
makes no sense.
It's a very specific era of basketball.
Oh man.
Very specific.
Oh man, yeah, your team is done for. All
Your
right.
team has really high 2K overalls, but they don't win games.
Chemistry is at 0, dude. All right.
What do you mean?
I got Steph
Nah, we're
Curry, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Serge Ibaka, and
L.
Boogie Cousins.
L.
Ew,
Your team has no defense, but it's a solid. It's a really good.
I got
offensive team.
yeah. My offense is immaculate, and the fit is great too.
It's okay.
Who you have, Isaac?
Okay.
I have Christopher Emmanuel Paul, James Harden, Andre Iguodala, Blake Griffin, Draymond Green.
Small team. Your team is getting bullied.
Small.
Oh my goodness.
Embodied.
Get your weight up.
What do
You
you
think
mean?
Iguodala's?
I have 6'5", 6'8", 6'9", 6'7". My team is not small.
Okay.
Your
Draymond
biggest player is 6'9".
Draymond Green, undersized 5. Blake Griffin, soft.
You have DeAndre Ayton being guarded by Draymond Green. I'm having him in hell.
Blake Griffin, Hall of Fame, soft. He's not. That's not.
You have LaMarcus Aldridge on the other side.
That's not. He's not soft though. He's not soft.
Yes, you have Aldridge and Ayton. You're talking about soft?
Listen,
No.
Listen,
Ayton,
Serge Ibaka
maybe.
from the Congo. You
LaMarcus?
don't stand a chance for me.
I don't care. I don't care.
LaMarcus is Ayton with good PR.
LaMarcus. Stop that. First off, LaMarcus, he's killing Blake all day. Right shoulder turner all day. He got him.
Good luck defending James Harden with LaMarcus Aldridge
He
and
got
DeAndre
him.
Ayton in pick and roll.
He got him. That's what I told you. 2012 through 2014, specific
Oh my
era
God.
of the NBA. That's where we're at. Anyways,
Gross.
I have Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, LaMarcus Aldridge, DeAndre Ayton. Oh my, we're winning a championship. What are you talking about? What do you?
Yeah,
what do
the
you mean?
fucking
Yeah,
the Puerto
you
Rican
gonna make
the Puerto Rican league with fucking Boogie Cousins.
Yo, no, he's
is
winning
good.
he's winning the mid-season award, bro. The mid-season championship. Congratulations, you won in Las Vegas.
I mean, listen, I'm getting a banner for it. I'm putting the banner up.
You're finna win the NBA 2K Las Vegas Summer League.
No, dude.
We do. Like I
need to go ahead and see
MVP
TD3 clips. Put this on 2K and run that back because I love watching those videos. Shout out to him.
Shout out TD3 clips. All right, man. The next thing we're gonna do is a tier list, as always. This time, somehow, some way, we haven't done a jersey tier list yet.
Really?
So this time we're gonna do
That's shocking.
throwback. We're gonna do throwback jerseys in a tier list. I'm sending you guys the pictures right now. Let me know when you got them. We got 6 iconic throwback jerseys, variety of niceness levels. I'll say that. All iconic in their own right.
Okay. I got them.
You guys have the pictures?
Listen, my internet's jumping. I'm letting you know that right now.
Shout out the new crib. Donovan just moved in.
Yo, I love it.
Yes, sir.
I gotta catch up, man. Damn.
I pay for that top. I pay for that top tier Wi-Fi.
Let's go. All right. So let's put these NBA throwback jerseys into a tier list. I said that all weird. Let's put these NBA throwback jerseys into a tier list. First off, iconic Purple Suns jersey.
S tier jerseys. These are beautiful. These are
This
beautiful.
is in the running for best jersey of all time, in my opinion.
Easily,
Top 5.
easily.
Top 3.
Yeah, definitely top 5. The sun streaking
placement-
across with that bold white font, gorgeous.
Yep, the placement of it, how you see how the 32 and the Suns is kind of angled at a certain way. The color, immaculate, bro. Hardest jersey, probably the hardest I've seen in my life.
No, I'm with this.
I'll challenge that because next up we have the Raptors purple jersey.
Okay, this is an
That
A tier.
challenge is
This is an A tier.
What?
ooh, A tier?
Only because I think that you can't style it the same way as the Suns one because you have this big old baby dinosaur in the middle of your chest. And it's listen, if you're wearing this out, like I get it, but it's a little goofy, just a little bit.
It's culture. It's culture. That's what it is.
I don't think it's as good as the Suns one. I'm putting it in A tier.
I think it's
Mo,
an S tier.
Mo, respectfully, let's tell this guy to fuck off. This is S tier.
Mute.
S tier.
It's a baby dinosaur.
That baby dinosaur is amazing.
At least you didn't put it lower. But you're wrong.
Yeah, he's not the worst thing in the world, but
Yeah.
S tier. All right, next up, the Clippers Buffalo Braves jersey. That bright ass orange. How y'all feel?
Everything they do sucks. This is an F tier. This is trash. It's not trash. It's actually like a D tier. But I'm gonna say it's F because it's the Clippers. They suck.
They have a Clippers tax. They got that one
Yeah,
more
they
round.
suck.
Yeah, I'm cool with D. I'm cool with D. It's not very good.
Really? This is the TD3 colorway. So I kind of want to go ahead and say this is a B.
Well, they're misusing it.
Too much orange. Way too much orange.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it. But me personally, B, but I got overruled.
D. Next up, the Nets blue jersey.
Hard.
It's pretty good. It's not like S tier, but it's
It's
pretty
a
good.
B. It's a B.
This is a
cool
perfect
B.
B. This is the perfect
Yeah.
B. It's so sway. It's so wavy.
I could be swayed into saying A tier, but I'm cool with B.
It's a
Yeah,
weird. It's a weird gradient look. I kind of like it though, but it's
Me too.
It's like a
It
gradient.
reminds me of those. It
It's
reminds
like
me of those
gradient
cups.
tie dye.
Yeah, it's very 90s. It reminds me of those cups with the purple and blue
Yeah.
design on the sides.
Yeah.
Our audience is way too young to remember those, but it reminds me exactly of that.
This is the best gradient I've seen ever on an NBA jersey. Period.
I think it might be the only good gradient, honestly.
Maybe. I have to
Sleep
go
on
to the
Hans.
archives. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, there's some good ones.
Next up, the Pistons teal jersey. This one's tough.
This
That
one
might
is
be
tough.
an A or an S. I don't really
It's at
know. I'm
least A.
sore. Toward.
It's A for sure, I think.
I'm going
Yeah,
A. I'm
air
going A.
memory.
I can't put it in the same category as the Sun. That Suns jersey is just so perfect. This was A.
Yeah.
This is A.
I'm cool with A. I'll give you that one.
Bro, that horse
hard,
just
though. I
do
like it a
something to
lot.
me, man. I don't know. I want to put an S. That horse is just speaking to
That
me
was
right
so
now.
aggressive.
I
He's
know.
whispering in my ear. S tier. But I'll
Well,
listen,
one,
A.
tell him to stop. For two, I love the horse. The font of the 33 is not very good. I think that keeps it down for me a little bit. I'm cool with
That's
A.
crazy.
Whatever.
Graphic design is his passion.
Shout out to merch. Graphic design is my passion. All right. Next one. This Sixers white jersey that I've seen like once in my life.
This is a C.
Ugly as hell.
This is a C.
Ain't even on the list.
It's such a deep cut. How many years do they wear this? I don't even know.
I don't know. Yeah, this is weird. Somehow though, if this was like a starter jacket, this would be hard.
Yeah. It looks like it's a non-jersey piece of apparel.
Yeah. But as a jersey, come on. It looks cheap right now. And maybe that's just the materials, but it looks
like a super deep knockoff, bro. Like some things, like someone in their factory got ultra creative one night. I'm like, this is going to bank for sure. I'm going to put this hoe on Etsy. And it probably did numbers, bro. Yeah, like this is not it. Yeah.
Etsy jersey is crazy.
Yeah, this is not it whatsoever, bro. It honestly looks like, it honestly does look like some variation of like the Shanghai Sharks jersey, bro. Like it's just too much going on for no reason.
This is a league. Oh, this is an overseas league jersey for sure.
Yeah, easily. Bro.
They got some crazy sponsors in the back or something. They got a Fiat logo in the back.
Yeah, for no reason, bro. Disgusting. I don't like this.
This is FC Barcelona. So are we going D?
We can go D. I said C originally, but we'll medium. We'll go in between D.
Yeah, this is this better or worse than the Clippers jersey?
Worse.
Way
worse.
They're both D. They can't.
I never want to see this jersey again. That's how bad.
Okay, that's the end of that tier list. Next thing we're gonna do is another draft of sorts. We've been doing this for a while. We've been doing player builder drafts. This time we're gonna build a perfect power forward with only current power forwards. Let's draft the perfect NBA power forwards. And so the categories are body, shooting, finishing, defense, and passing.
Body,
you're first up.
Defense, passing. Go ahead and give me Giannis Antetokounmpo body.
Okay. I can't be mad at it. He's a freak of nature. Next up, this is a tough one. You know what? Give me Zion Williamson's finishing.
Okay.
Probably the best finishing in the NBA, so I'll take that.
All right. Give me Draymond Green's passing.
Fuck!
And then and then give me are we counting Anthony Davis as a power forward?
Yeah, you can pick Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'm taking an Anthony Davis defense.
No, actually we're not counting Anthony Davis. He's not allowed. I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
He was about to be upset for real.
No, I really was.
He was quiet for a little bit too long. Oh man,
that was lying.
All right, cool.
Okay, next one. There's not a lot of passing. You already got your body. I think I can come back to that. You know what? This is gonna be surprising pick, but there's only one other good passer at power forward in the league. Give me Jeremy Sohan passing.
Woo!
Interesting. Okay.
It's a cut.
Okay. Interesting. That's super deep.
You'll see the vision when the player's done.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yep.
So I get to double up. Cool. So for defense, give me Jaren Jackson Jr.
Great pick.
Okay.
And then when it comes to passing, sheesh. When it comes to passing,
hard one.
Yeah, go ahead and give me Sabonis.
Sabonis is a center.
Yeah.
He's a center?
Yeah, Sabonis is a center for sure.
Oh, okay. Give me Scotty Barnes. Better. I like it.
We kind of small forward.
I don't know if
he's a 4.
He plays with Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Jakob Poeltl.
He played with Siakam, OG, and Jakob. No, bro, he's a 4.
I don't know.
I think he's a 3. I mean, okay, I don't care if you have him. Should we let him have him?
Yeah, you can have it.
Okay, we can. Okay, if you guys want to, I'll avoid that. I can avoid that completely.
I don't really care. You can have him.
All right, cool. Yeah, I didn't want to avoid that anyways.
Yeah, you can have him. He would be a 4 if he wasn't playing with Pascal, so I get it. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't need that. Oh, give me Lauri Markkanen shooting.
Big ass shotgun look like Lauri Markkanen. I love it.
I almost forgot about him.
That's hard.
With a Finnish hammer.
Okay. give me Aaron Gordon's finishing.
That's a good pick.
That's fire.
And then give me Cam Johnson's shooting.
Ooh, that's a good pick. I was gonna pick him if I didn't get Lowry.
Nice. I love that. Okay, so go ahead.
It's my
turn, right? Ooh,
My
okay,
turn.
go ahead. Might be.
Defense. I'm so glad I got this guy. Give me Evan Mobley, top 3 defensive player of the year finisher.
That's good.
Not your turn, Mo.
Okay. So for shooting, give me Kristaps Porzingis.
It's kind of a center.
You're picking hella centers.
Bro, are you kidding me? Was he a center? No, he wasn't.
Yes.
No, he wasn't. He's predominantly known as a power forward throughout his career.
That is true though.
Are we not?
ahead.
No one's gonna remember him as a center. No one's gonna remember him as a center. We're gonna put him at the 4.
I don't think that's true. But whatever, you can have him.
He got drafted as a 4 too. So, anyways,
2014. Pre-small ball.
A decade ago.
You know, we gave him.
Now-
We gave you Scotty Barnes. You can't have KP.
No, you can't take it back. Too late. You can't take it back. You cannot take that back. That's shiesty. You can't do me like that. What the hell? You're trying to rob me.
Donovan, what do you think, Donovan? Are we gonna fuck him over?
No.
He already has. You got one. You already got.
You only get one.
No, you
get
can't
one
do
for
that. Literally, no one's gonna remember Porzingis as a center.
Porzingis is a center. Actually, we used Porzingis in the center draft too.
No,
I think you picked Porzingis in the center draft.
No, I
right
didn't.
now.
I think you did.
Donovan, do you remember that?
Listen, Kristaps. All I know is that Kristaps Porzingis right now on Basketball Reference, he's being listed as a center. He played a majority of last year at center. He does not count in this draft. Pick somebody else.
You guys deserve to go to jail. You guys deserve to go to jail.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, whatever.
Anarchy.
Shooting, give me Kelly Olynyk. Okay? God. He be letting that thing fly. Am I wrong?
All right, man.
Okay.
And I guess for finishing, God, this is so shameless, man. Kenyon Martin. God. I said Kenyon
Okay, that's not a bad pick.
Yeah.
He gets up.
Yeah, give me Kenyon Martin. God, this
Nice
is
little deep
deep,
cut.
bro. Y'all robbed me, though. Y'all robbed me for sure.
My turn.
Yeah.
For body, give me Paolo Banchero.
We're here because
That's
that's
great.
literally my next pick. That was my pick.
Yeah, it's my pick.
Okay.
He's quick, got that big frame, got ups. It's easy.
All right, for my body, give me John Collins.
Okay.
That's kind of nasty. You got a fucked up ass finger. You can't shoot. you got a huge finger, man. Gross.
That's funny.
That's funny. I would have picked Obi Toppin.
I was thinking about it, but
Jeremy Grant, low key. I thought about him too. He's really long.
Whoa.
Oh my god. All right. So I have Paolo Banchero's body, Lauri Markkanen shooting, Zion Williamson finishing, Evan Mobley defense, and Jeremy Sohan passing.
Okay.
Jeremy Sohan passing throws me off like crazy, bro. But I like it.
He's probably the second best passing power forward in the league. They're gonna make him a point guard pretty soon.
All right. I have John Collins body, Cam Johnson shooting, Anthony Davis defense, Draymond Green passing, and then Aaron Gordon finishing.
That's a good team.
That's nasty.
Mo, was that a burp I just heard?
You're disgusting.
Yeah, that was a disgusting burp. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because he did it into the mic too.
I kind of want to end this podcast right now, but I have some TikToks to shoot. Giannis body, Kelly Olynyk shooting. So gross. But he was pulling that thing though. Yeah. So Giannis body, Kelly Olynyk shooting, finishing of Kenyon Martin, passing of Scotty Barnes, defense of Jaren Jackson Jr. This player's nice.
That's kind of just Giannis with a jump shot.
Yeah, I have the best
Which,
player
like,
here.
I mean, worst defense,
This
but
is-
like a little bit better shooting.
Worst defense? What? I got the defensive player of the year.
I don't know. I have Paolo Banchero with Zion's finishing and a 40% 3-point shot, and the being a top 3 defender in the world. My player's kind of perfect.
Kelly Olynyk had that strap on him too, though. I don't know the percentages off the rip, but
Well, that's
okay, okay.
He had a what? You could have had Kevin Love. You could have had Al Horford. You could have had Jeremy Grant. You could have had Tobias Harris.
Kelly Olynyk shot.
You could have had
better than
Davis
all those people.
Bertans. What?
Davis Bertans was ass in shooting this year. He was not. Hold on, let me. I don't want to say that. Yeah, I don't want to. I gotta fact check myself. I gotta fact check
He's
myself.
he's asked at a lot of things, so it's a good assumption.
God, yeah.
All right, next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna send you guys some more pictures.
Okay.
This time we're gonna do a classic. We're gonna rate these NBA players if they were bald.
Oh goodness.
We haven't done this in a while. And these are all photoshops of them being bald. So this is gonna be interesting. Okay, Nikhil, can you share screens? There you go.
Oh my!
What? Okay, Mo, just look at this. Don't look at your phone, Mo. Just
Yeah.
look at
What?
this.
It is perfect.
Okay. First off, Boban Marjanovic.
Oh my goodness! This is disgusting.
He looks like a monster.
Bro, he looks like his name is Igor. Yeah, nah, man.
I mean, his name is Boban. It's not that far away from you.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, this is mean. I feel bad. I feel bad for making jokes. This is so bad. This is awful.
This don't look
I'll
like
give-
with the huge hands. He looks like the peak supervillain.
No,
I'll give him a 5.
this is for real. Like a Lord of the Rings character. Like that's. This is nasty work right here.
I'll give him a 5.
This is nasty work.
Yeah, man. I don't know why, but the bald head plus the huge hands just make it look like one slap and your entire lineage is gone. Like he's blowing smithereens. This is a 4 to me, bro. 4 to me. He just looks
Mo,
too evil.
Donovan?
We'll go 3.
Okay. Next one.
I'm in shock.
4.
Next up, we have Rudy Gobert.
Who is this?
Oh my god.
Who made these? Who
This is a
made
Saudi
these?
soccer player.
Smooth. Oh my god, bro.
Nah, he for real looks like. Yo, he looks like an ant, bro. This is
No.
crazy.
He quite literally
looks
looks like a perfectly glazed donut from Krispy Kreme. That's to be honest with you, dude.
This is wild.
He looks like the evil brother from the Prince of Egypt movie. You ever seen that?
Oh my god, dude.
I don't. Wow. Wow.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, nah.
I can just imagine him in a mall wearing some
And they
tight
took away
pants,
his beard
a Gucci
too?
shirt,
This is
some
not good.
loafers.
This is not good.
I give this a 6. It doesn't look as crazy.
True. If we're grading everything off of Boban, this is much better. I'll go
6.
5. We'll go average.
I'll give him a 6. That's fine.
Yeah.
He looks crazy, but not too crazy. Next one, Anthony Davis.
Oh, he look rough.
Nah, it's this
oh
picture.
man.
You know what he looks like, low key? He looks like JB Smooth. That's. Oh wow. He looks okay. So I'm gonna give this like a 7 just because he looks like an actual person. But
It's not completely bald. You
True.
still have speckles of hair left.
he
but
got the
this is
Doc
still
Rivers
bad.
hairline.
He just looked nasty though.
Let's go.
It's the tongue out. That's what it is.
Yeah, he just looked nasty, bro. Look like he has a cheese touch with this haircut.
He looks like those kids in the Proud Family movie with the peanut heads.
He just don't look good, bro.
Nah, this is definitely a weird uncle right here.
Yeah, it looks like he's carrying multiple illnesses. That's what it looks like to me. I don't like that. I don't like the tongue out. The look.
No, he definitely looks up to no good. He's mischievous.
Yeah, the slightly geeked like feeling with his tongue is out. I don't like that, bro. Yeah, he saw something he liked that day.
He's planning something that will have a negative impact on the community. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good.
Yeah, man. AD, you ain't. Whoever made this, you ain't right for that, man. You ain't right for that.
Next, Giannis as a Koopa.
The cranium is crazy. Oh my god, he's carrying the thoughts of all his brothers in one head. Holy shit, he's literally carrying his family all in here, dude. He looks like an OG Boy Scout, dude. Oh my god. Looks
he says, that shit you thought, I been knew it.
Yeah.
What you thinking tomorrow? I already knew. He's perpetually brain blast.
Dude, the cranium is so crazy. It looks slappable and movable too. Like it'll move when you slap that.
Oh, dude. I can't.
Oh my god.
It looks like it was polished so carefully with the hand, with the elegant hand of the people that made those old Greek statues that are still here 500 years later.
Oh, dude. He looks like, he genuinely looks like a nerdy, geeky servant of some evil master. He looks like Boban's servant, bro, to be honest with you. Holy shit.
Racially motivated, but okay.
No, okay. No. Okay, hold on.
Whoever photoshopped this is a fucking super villain.
Yes. The lighting hitting the top of the head perfectly, bro. This is gross.
Why is he like this, man?
Dude. Oh my god.
This is fucking crazy.
This is not right.
He looks like Mo Bamba.
Oh my god.
Yo.
This is what Mo Bamba looks like.
Yo,
I can't breathe. So this is Mo Bamba base form.
Oh my god. Yo.
Oh my god,
dude. Y'all are nuts.
Base form Mo Bamba is crazy. Oh my god. All right, next one. LeBron James.
This looks normal. Mad regular.
Look, 10. LeBron needs to do this. If he wants to be the GOAT, he has to make the evolution to GOAT status haircut. This has been this.
Yeah, the only issue with this, though, is that he has no beard, which looks wrong. That's the only thing. Bald hair, no beard, you got to make up your mind, man. You can't lose both. He looks very normal. It's like
a rite of passage.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did Giannis look like that?
This is solid.
It's a 10?
This is solid 10. 10. You say so, yeah.
10. Yeah, it has to be 10. It's a necessity at this point. Next one. Klay Thompson.
Dude, that just straight up looks like Jalen Suggs. Holy shit. That's Jalen Suggs. Are you kidding me?
You ever seen that white face that people compare James Charles to? So this looks like...
God.
This
is James Charles.
Wow. This is a cross-country trucker, if I've ever seen one. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God,
he looks
dude.
Mexican.
Yo, I need people to go
He looks
bald.
like a lot, dude. He looks like a lot. I see Mexican. I see Asian. You could tell me he's Hawaiian, dude. I see a lot. I don't know what it is.
He looks like a mechanic.
No, man. Oh, my God.
I'm gonna rate this an absolute 0. Please, for the love of God, Klay Thompson, never go bald.
Jalen Suggs, your future is bleak. Yeah.
What's your rating?
This
2.
I give this 3. Yeah, let's give it 2. 2's perfect.
2.
Y'all are way too generous.
Too generous.
I wouldn't wish this look upon my worst enemy.
Oh
my God, bro. He just looks like some random overseas player, man. I guarantee you there's an overseas player who looks just like this.
Is that the last one? I think that's the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. Oh my goodness.
Next thing we're gonna do a game of 20 questions. We haven't done 20 questions in a long time.
Okay.
I'll go. I'll be the person to think of the player. Give me a second. Somebody say something while I think of a player. Like Brain Blast.
Brain Blast. Jimmy Neutron.
Brain Blast.
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson.
Miami Heat. Heat culture. Damian Lillard.
Are you just saying words?
Chauncey
Small market.
Billups.
The Pacific Northwest.
Oh, you're making it harder. You're just shouting words.
Dante Exum.
Mediocre.
Okay, I got the player. Let me Google him real quick.
Shabazz
To pull
Napier.
information. You're just naming players. Stop it.
Anthony Morrow.
Brandon Roy.
Gross.
Okay. You
Shout
got
out to
20
him.
questions to guess the NBA player I'm thinking of.
Is it Brandon Roy?
It is not Brandon Roy.
Was he a guard?
Yes.
Was he drafted before 2015?
Yes.
Nice.
Was he drafted before 2000?
Nah, he's not that old.
Nice. Was he explosive?
Why do you ask these questions? Was he
it's
explosive?
a good question, man. It's a good
What does
question.
that mean?
Yeah, at one point he was. every NBA player is explosive at one point.
But was he? No. What was that? His mo?
Is this a new question?
No. Like that's just me helping you understand my question. Was that his
I
mo?
understand your question loud and clear. At one point he's explosive. I won't tell you which point or when.
Oh my god! The way you should get God, bitch. All right. Okay. At one point, whatever. All right. So we got. He's a guard.
Was he drafted after? Was he drafted in 2010 or later?
No.
Okay. So from 2000 to 2009.
2000, 2009. Oh, okay. Did he play most?
What?
Nothing.
Did he play most of his career in the Western Conference?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Did he make an All-Star team?
Did he? No, he did not.
He kind of said that like he was never even in consideration. Interesting. Was he a two guard?
No, primarily. I mean, bit of a combo, but not primarily. No.
Bit of a combo, but not primarily. Okay. It's tough. Tough. Okay. Let's get this rapid fire going. It's a whole podcast segment. So
Was he considered a shooter?
No. Not
a
no.
shooter
That would definitely wasn't his defining skill.
Okay.
nice.
Okay. Is he an NBA champion?
Yes.
He's an NBA champion.
Okay.
Combo guard. Not really a shooter. And he put. Wait, Donovan. I forget. Did he play mostly in the Western Conference?
Yes. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Is the team he won the championship on in the Western Conference?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Nice.
Uh-oh. You getting warm?
Okay. So if we think about recent Western Conference champions,
Combo guard, not an all-star.
Think hard.
Quick-ish. Explosive-ish.
shooting is not their defining skill. Western Conference champions.
All right, so it's, yeah,
They were drafted. They were drafted in 2000, 2009. Afterwards, this feels like a Lakers player or a Spurs player, something like that.
It can't. I don't see how it could be a Spurs player or a Lakers. I see.
Tick.
I understand it because of championships, but could this be? Name someone from the Mavericks, Donovan. Is this Jason Terry?
This is not Jason Terry.
Damn. Okay.
Is this Bruce Bowen?
This is not Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen was drafted before 2000.
Yeah, no.
I can remember when he was drafted.
You have 6 questions left. You're
wasting my picks.
You should probably narrow this down some more. You don't have very many defining features yet.
Okay.
All right.
Only 6 left.
Damn. All right. So what's six questions? What three questions do you want to use, Donovan?
Okay.
You have to be.
Okay, so we have to use we have to narrow down when the championship window was.
I like that approach.
So, when do you want to set the cutoff? 2010 in the last decade?
Let's do 10.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the perfect question. Was his championship? Did the team he won the championship on win the championship in 2010 or later?
Yes.
Okay.
2010 or later.
Okay. So if we're thinking about Western Conference, you have the Lakers, the Mavs.
Here we go.
You have Lakers, Mavs, Spurs, Warriors in the Western Conference.
Okay.
And so, if you're not talking about, and then Nuggets.
The Nuggets?
They're in the Western Conference. They just won the championship.
Yeah, but they were drafted before 2010, right?
You guys are struggling.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. We're strategizing. All right.
Okay. So we have about 13 years to think about though.
I like those options. Okay. So damn, I don't know why I'm stumped for some reason.
I know I'm
not
too.
gonna fold this.
He said like a combo guard though.
Yeah, exactly. So who were
you want to guess? You want to guess a height? You want to guess height? You want to guess height?
Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Finally.
Okay, where are we listing this at? 6'5", 6'6"?
Let's ask 6'4".
Okay, is this player 6'4" and over?
Yes, he is. Finally, you asked.
6'4". Okay. Was this? Can I use a guess?
Yeah.
Was this Sean Livingston?
This is Sean Livingston.
There we go. There we go.
I felt like a ticking time bomb was on my chest.
We got it.
There we go.
We got it.
I wanted to say him a long time ago, but I didn't want to waste it. There we go.
It's so funny. I just yelled out the answer. You totally did not match the energy with the response.
I know. I felt bro, I just felt so much pressure release. I did it. I did not lose the 20 questions.
That's
yeah,
good.
man, you guys did it. This is Sean Livingston.
Perfect.
Noise.
Ah!
Noise.
I feel
you
so
know
much
what?
better.
We have one more TikTok to do, but I think I'm going to save it for next week. I think this is the end of the episode.
Dope.
Feels about right. That was a good way to wrap it up.
Finishing words.
If you're still here, comment. What should they comment? Think long and hard about this. Mo, you pick this time.
You literally said that last time. Donovan,
Okay, I'll pick this time. Donovan picked time before that.
He did?
I'm going to pick.
Oh, it's your turn, yeah.
Well, what can I get him to comment?
Who should our next guest be on TD3?
Okay, there you go. Comment who you think the next guest should be on the pod. We probably won't listen, but I want to hear. See ya.
Solid.